this only for her? Can I?
Hi, my name is Aiden Morris, and this is my mom, Chinoa Deem, and
Hi.
for this quarter we've been doing this thing called LifeNet, and it's a really cool project because it shows you how to budget, and it's both really cool while at the same time really painful because it's hard, and that's why I put Life is Hard as my title. So we had to budget our categories into or an overall budget. Like, let's say my gross is about $38,000 a year. I would have to take away taxes, and then from that net income divided by like 50% from the house, 25% for transportation. And that gave us a basic outline of everything we had to do in that. So that brings me to my first and biggest topic, which is housing, or biggest subcategory. Because you gotta have a nice spot to live. That way your commute isn't that bad so that you can get more hours in. And having utilities is... you can't function without them. You need garbage disposal, covered parking, or uncovered parking, but you need access to water, electricity, basic human and social needs. And I've narrowed my choices down to these three because they are both close to my job while having the utilities that I need and want, like a gym, electricity, built-in cable, and whatnot. So for our next thing, transportation, we had to decide what car we wanted. And at first, I was gonna have a truck, but then my partner helped me and educated me that I wouldn't need a truck as an actor, singer, or dancer, because I wouldn't need to carry around tons of pounds of concrete or things that you need a truck for. So it would really just be shooting myself in the foot and having to pay for extra gas mileage and whatnot. So I chose to go for one of the safer, more reliable for gas brands like Toyota, Honda, or Volkswagen. So I narrowed it down to this car in the middle because it has a nice amount of gas mileage and it really fits my needs well because it's not too wide, or so it can fit into smaller parking spots too. So food, where we had to browse through all these different catalogs like Foodland, Safeway, Long's Network, to find the best deals on the stuff, like to find a spot where beans are only 79 cents a can, because you don't want to be paying like $3 because
Yes, exactly.
And it's always good to look through the catalogs first before you search online, because the catalogs are like the newest and freshest deals of the month. So it also helps you like have a well-balanced diet, and that you get to have a nice little bit of variety in what you eat. And then for clothing, I went a little more online for this bit because I found that if you cut out the middleman, the prices get a lot cheaper. So instead of buying $20 or a $40 T-shirt at a concert or at Macy's or something like that, I could just buy the same T-shirt for $3 online, off of Amazon Prime or Amazon in general. and just have to pay for shipping, but it still evens out to less, which is really nice. Another thing was my education, because we had to choose, because I was high school, I had a diploma for that, but luckily, since I'm one of my strengths is being able to artistically express myself, I got a job for, I think, around $18.50 an hour as an actor, which is really nice for my education, and it's nice because my job is it's just something that I really enjoy. For my misc items such as Netflix and Spotify Premium, these are that and my phone are just necessities of life because I need a way to entertain myself or keep myself focused throughout the day, and I tend to use music a lot, and then using Netflix is a great way to unwind and really de-stress your self, because what's the point in living if you can't have fun? Thank you. Do you have any questions?
I do. More questions? You said Netflix is a necessity?
Well, it's more of a want, actually.
How did your budget work out to cover wants and needs?
Well, for example, my phone, I had to sacrifice by going through a plan that wasn't as strong, but it gave me a phone, so I was able to spare some money through my phone payments to be able to pay for Netflix. And also I didn't go for the most expensive apartments or cars either, so like car payments and that were lower, so that I could have more pocket change, so that if I see something and I knew I wanted it, I knew that I was able to afford it.
I like that. Those are good. So did it give you some perspective on what adults are doing?
It really did, and it also occurred to me that that's not all adults have to do, because they still have to manage credit cards, talk to banks about their loans, and manage their credit score too. And yeah, I mean, our budgets were just the basic, and it was still really hard. Like, we had to manage it over a quarter because of just all the different aspects of life and reality.
Did you guys have to pay taxes in your project?
We did, actually. Yes. So what we would do is we would take our annual tax and divide it by our certain tax bracket, like
Your annual salary?
our annual salary, gross, and then divide it or multiply it by that percentile of the tax bracket that we fit in. Like, let's say I'm in the 30% tax bracket. They would take away. I would multiply it by like 0.3, my thing. So then it's net income sucks.
So all of your budgeting was off your net income, right?
Yes.
Because you paid taxes up the top? Mm-hmm. Yes, it's amazing how the money sounds like a lot at first, and then you scoop the taxes off and you have a sizable amount less to work with. But this is a great project. Mrs. Boncalis, I think you're amazing, and thank you for having the kids do this. I think it may be one of the things they remember for the rest of their lives, and certainly helps prepare them for the rest of their lives. So I am very grateful for you for spending time on this project and making this real for the kids, because I think you cannot lecture this and them actually hear it, but to have to do it, then they get some perspective and learn it. So I admire you and thank you.
Thank you.